The story continues as the Lord instructs Moses to go again to Pharaoh. God explains that he has hardened Pharaoh's heart and the hearts of his officials. This is not arbitrary, so that God can perform his signs among them. He declares that the purpose is for Israel to tell their children and grandchildren how he dealt with the Egyptians and performed his signs so that future generations will know that he is the Lord. Following God's command, Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh and deliver the Lord's message. They ask, "How long will you refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go, so that they may worship me." They warn that if Pharaoh refuses, by the next day, God will bring locusts into his country. The locusts will be so numerous they will cover the face of the ground so that it cannot be seen. They will devour what little is left after the hail, including every tree growing in the fields. The plague of locusts will be unlike anything their parents or ancestors have ever seen. After delivering this warning, Moses turns and leaves Pharaoh's presence. Pharaoh's own officials, seeing the impending doom, plead with him. "How long will this man be a snare to us? Let the people go, so that they may worship the Lord their God. Do you not yet understand that Egypt is ruined?" Their counsel prompts Pharaoh to call Moses and Aaron back. He offers a compromise. "Go worship the Lord your God." But who will be going? Moses is clear. "We will go with our young and our old, with our sons and our daughters, and with our flocks and herds, because we are to celebrate a festival to the Lord." Pharaoh rejects this, mocks them, suggesting their intentions are evil, and offers a counter-proposal. Only the men may go and worship the Lord. With this refusal, Pharaoh angrily drives Moses and Aaron from his presence. And the Lord says to Moses, "Stretch out your hand over Egypt for the locusts to swarm up over the land and devour everything that the hail left." So, Moses stretches out his staff over Egypt, and the Lord brings a strong east wind that blows all that day and all that night. By morning, the wind has brought the locusts. They invade the entire country and settle down in dense swarms. Never before had there been such a plague of locusts, nor will there ever be again. They cover the ground until it is black. They devour all the plants in the land and all the fruit on the trees that the hail had left. Nothing green remains on any tree or plant in all of Egypt. The devastation is total. In a state of panic, Pharaoh hastily summons Moses and Aaron. He confesses, "I have sinned against the Lord your God and against you. Now forgive my sin just this once, and pray to the Lord your God to take this deadly plague away from me." Pharaoh's plea is for immediate relief. Moses leaves Pharaoh's presence and prays to the Lord. In response, the Lord changes the wind to a very strong west wind, which catches up the locusts and drives them into the Red Sea. Not a single locust is left anywhere in Egypt. But after the relief comes, the Lord hardens Pharaoh's heart once more, and he refuses to let the Israelites go. The 9th plague is then announced. The Lord says to Moses, "Stretch out your hand toward the sky so that darkness spreads over Egypt, darkness that can be felt." Moses stretches out his hand toward the sky, and a thick darkness covers all of Egypt for 3 days. No one can see anyone else or move from their place for 3 days. Yet a stark contrast is shown, as all the Israelites have light in the places where they live. Pharaoh summons Moses again. He offers another compromise. "Go. Worship the Lord. Even your women and children may go with you. Only leave your flocks and herds behind." But Moses stands firm. He replies that they must have animals to present as sacrifices and burnt offerings to the Lord their God. He insists, "Our livestock must also go with us. Not a hoof is to be left behind. We have to use some of them in worshiping the Lord our God, and we will not know what we are to use to worship the Lord until we get there." Pharaoh's heart is hardened by this refusal. He orders Moses, "Get out of my sight. Make sure you do not see my face again. The day you see my face, you will die." Moses' response is final and chilling. "Just as you say," he replies, "I will never see your face again." This tense standoff sets the stage for the final, ultimate plague. Pharaoh's heart is completely hardened, and the confrontation has reached its breaking point. Thank you for watching.